Hey guys, I'm back again. Wait for people to get some notifications. And I'll send out a couple of messages. If you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing and don't forget to give me a thumbs up. We'll get to working on a mum in just a minute. I like to make sure that people are joined in. Let's see. For some reason it is not pulling me up. I always have to get into my YouTube studio when I do this over my phone or over my laptop, and it's not showing it for some reason. There it is. Hey Nancy, how are you? Hey TJ. Glad y'all are joining me again. So I'm gonna work on this backer. I had to come home and do a few things, but now I can work on this mum. And my husband's gonna be out late playing cornhole, so might as well do some mum making and do a live while I'm at it. I did cut a few more ribbons. For those of you that are confused, I did a short live earlier, but I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay on very long. And I started cutting ribbons for a backer. So I've got the 2.5, the 1.3, which is also 1 5/16, and then the 7/8 in orange and navy, if you're curious. These are acetate or luster ribbons. And I do need to, I forgot about that, put the stuff in the description, so if anybody wants to know where I purchase my supplies or my ribbons and stuff, I want to have it in the description. Give me just a minute to get that in there. Oh, that's weird. I put in the title as Make a Mum with Me, but it's showing up as Craft with Me. Oh well. Okay, so I've got 3 of each. On this one, I've got the navy, 2.5, the orange, 1.3 inch or 1 5/16, or number 9. And I'm also going to cut 7/8 inch navy. These are 6 inches long. This is just a starting point. And on the oranges, I cut double of those so that the orange stays really bright and orange. Same with here on these oranges, because they're going to go on top of the blue. So I'm just going to go ahead and start forming these loops, and I'll probably go back with like a silver glitter and attach that after I get these stapled. Like maybe glue them on or something. Maybe staple them. We'll see. Now these are, I can tell these are luster by the way they sound. That's an acetate. Let me just do one. That's acetate. And that's luster. You can just tell it kind of has a more papery sound to it, if that makes sense. I think I'll go off to the side a little bit instead of in the center. Looks like a ginormous loop. It is. It's 8 inches. I was at 8 inches for some reason. Oh my gosh, y'all. That's funny. I was like, why are they so big? That's okay. I'll make it work. It's because I cut it this way instead of that way. I already know what I did. Hi, Brandy. How are you this evening? Well, I've never done an 8-inch loop, so we'll see how this turns out. And I'm just going to compare it to that one so I can kind of match them up. This isn't the first time I've cut something the wrong size or done something like that. Oh, you're welcome. With the big backer, it's going to be able to handle it. Look at that. It can handle it. Sometimes those mistakes end up being something you really like. Can you guys hear me okay? I've got the microphone pretty close. Oh good, thank you, Brandy. I'm going to go ahead and match these up and have them all the same pattern. It's just the colors are going to be swapped out. Again, I doubled up the orange where it's going on top of the navy. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Nancy. It's nice not to have my earbuds, or what do they call them, AirPods or whatever they are, earbuds. And the only thing about doubling up the ribbons, they don't always want to stay together, and sometimes you can tell there's 2 ribbons. See, I still have to clean up a little bit of my mess. If I don't constantly clean up whatever I get out, then it's just going to end up being a disaster. I've been trying to pick everything up when I'm done with it. We'll see how long that lasts. I did put the vinyl up though. So that's a good starting point, 6 loops. And then I also have the spikes that are 3 inches, and I did cut these correctly. Well, most of them, those are 2 different sizes. Oh, I know, they are. No, it just looks plain. Well, if that's what they want, though, I understand. Sometimes you want to add some stuff, and it's so hard, especially when they're adamant about it not being girly. Oh, really? I don't think I've seen hunter green and orange. Yeah, I think the navy and orange looks good. When I first saw the colors, I was like, ew. But I think they look good together. Yeah, spikes. Do like some cube braids, or I know what I call them. Those TJ, those kind of twisty looking ones. Those are so easy to make. Drape them around. But not allowed to do braids and chains? Oh my gosh. Wow. Being very picky then. Just kind of get an idea of where everything's going to be at. That's funny. Doesn't like anything, huh? Definitely don't do any bows. Ooh, red, white, and blue. Even military braids? That's not girly. Look at that sucker. And then go in with another layer in between. There you go. See, I always thought like bubblegum braids, military braids were good for guys. The name chains that are spiky looking, those are good for guys. The bubblegum braid that I did, that's straight. And of course, like a plain spirit chain. Those kind of chains and stuff, I think are, to me, were always guyish. Yeah. Oh, and the cube braids I was talking about, you know, they're kind of spirally looking, but I don't have one made. But those you can drape really easily, and they're easy to make. No bells, no glitter. I found, again, military and Mobius braids. There you go. I'm just marking these so I don't forget how far in I want them. Oh, maybe that gives you some ideas. Hey, Jamie! Oh my gosh, thanks for watching it then. I hate those really long ones. So that's how far I'm getting that off there. This circle is about 6.75 inches around. This is a ribbon spool in, it's not a backer. So that's why it's an odd size. You can use it for a 7.5 inch flower or a 6.5. Oh yeah, tubing. Jeez, Jamie, thanks for watching that. I appreciate that. Jamie, I said I was cutting these at 6 inches. I cut them at 8. They're the biggest loops I've ever made. But I think it's going to be cute. It's going to be fun looking. It may end up being a thing where I want to start making them that long. I just want to make sure they're close. That one's hanging off really further. That drives me nuts. I guess I'm a little OCD about how everything is on the backer. That's better. Okay, that much off the backer. I'm getting it even with those. Even between there. And it's about, oh gosh, how far is that? About 1.5 inches to 1.75 inches off the backer. If that helps anybody. I think it can handle it too. He vetoed the tubing. Boy. Goodness. Can you make custom cutouts? Do you have a cutting machine? Then you could cut out school logos or like things that he's into. Like on my son's, I did the Skyrim dragon looking thing on the front of his mom. Oh, that's a good idea, Rachel. Glad you're back, Rachel. Yes, some trinkets, definitely. Oh, and the Skyrim thing was pretty easy. I mean, I just did the little dragon part and then like the triangle. No, it's not a triangle, it's a diamond. I think it's the front picture on my garter, full-size garter listing. It's one of my favorite garters still. I'm going to go in just a little bit with these, like each layer go in a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Luckily I don't have to worry about ruining these ribbons. I mean, they will kind of crinkle a little bit, more like a wrinkle, but they won't crease. Oh good, you added ribbons. No trinket. No trinkets? No footballs or sports balls or anything. That's on the girly list. Wow. There you go. There you go, TJ. That's funny. Start acting like that. You're going to get a bunch of girly stuff. That's a good idea. Yeah, so make him some cutouts and things that he likes. Yeah, honeycomb ribbon, ice crunch ribbons, those kind of ribbons maybe. Oh, hey Amanda, how are you? Thank you, Brandy. This feels like a massive backer, but it can handle it. Look in my description. I just put it in there. I just put a description in there. At the very top of it, I've got the 2 places that I like to order homecoming mom supplies from. I think they have the best prices. And the first one, the All-American, that's my ultimate favorite, and then the other one is my second favorite. Oh, that's sweet. Amanda, I saw you, you found that hair bow tutorial, or the hair bow mum. I'm glad you found the right one too. It looked like you did anyway. What am I looking for? Oh, the flower. Okay, so you can see how much further I need to go. I have seen some mum backers like that, and I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. To me, it makes the flower look really dinky. If you've got some big old loops or big old spikes and stuff. And I like it to be well proportioned. So whatever your taste is. So I know there's a mum maker that she does like big huge spikes coming off all around. And the backers look just ginormous. And I mean, it's unique to her. It's just not my taste and style. Oh, good. So I'm going to do some smaller loops. If y'all have any ideas that you think would look pretty, go ahead and shout them out. Oh, before I do that though, I do want to go over this with some silver glitter. So I've got the silver glitter here, but I really want to bring it in here too. I think they are too. This is going to be like my new favorite thing for full-size moms, doing 8-inch loops instead of 6. I'm going to need that at some point. Okay, so let me get some silver glitter here. Yeah, that's going to be my best option. Let's see what I got. Yeah, probably the Dollar Tree. I think that's going to be the perfect width for that. Yeah. So I have the thinner ones, you know, from like Hobby Lobby, but I think I want a thicker one than that. And I may do something different on 2 of them. I mean, do the orange ones like with this, and then do something different on those. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, I think if you're going to do big, then you need to do big flower too, or at least in my case, I'm going to keep making loops and then it's going to even it out, or it should. Oh no. Uh-oh. I hate when that happens. But it happens to all of us. I've set a ribbon on fire before because it was one that you really shouldn't have gotten close with the flame. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I think I have some orange glitter. That would be pretty on that, and just kind of change it up a little bit. These are kind of a lighter orange, but they work. That'll work. I say use the same pattern, just smaller loops. Sounds good to me. Thank you. I think it looks good too. So like adding it through here would be good too. Yeah, see, we've all done it. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. See, you are not alone. Okay, that sucker is hot. I'm just gonna glue the back side, or glue one end and start it on the back side because I want to make sure that I've got this covered. And you can go ahead and layer this and staple it when you're doing the others. It's just your preference, whatever seems easier for you. I've actually done it both ways. It just depends on my mood, actually. There, that's pretty. Now that adds a touch of bling. And see, you can't see where it starts. Go ahead and do the back side on all of them. Oops, what did I do? I put that on the wrong one. I was gonna do the orange on top of the blue. Oh well, I'm gonna do it this way now. See? Mistake after mistake after mistake. But sometimes those mistakes end up being better. Yes, look at those big old glue sticks. Yes, I've got that on my low temperature mini one. I always buy that one that's coiled up because I have regular mini glue sticks and I kept getting them mixed up. So now I just buy the, you know, the package one that's coiled up, and I know that it's for my low temperature. Exactly, Brandy. Only mistake if you can't fix it. Oh my gosh, man. I was wired for the longest time. It was like, definitely after 12:30, 1 o'clock before I went to sleep. But Lucy was still sick. I think we went out at 12:30, 3 o'clock. No, it was 3:30, 6, 7:15. I was like, oh, this is too much. I am too old to be having a newborn. Because that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm getting up to change diapers and feed or something. Oh, I hate it too. I hate running out. We got a huge package of these. And, I mean, I still have a lot, but it was like 2 big bundles, and now I'm down to about this much. The only thing I hate about using it on my little mini glue gun is it always like tips it over. I can never get it to stand up because the heaviness of the glue stick. I need a little thing to set it on, and I don't have one. I don't know why I don't. Look how cute that is. I think I like where I put the orange and silver by mistake. And that definitely, that silver brings out the silver over here. So I'm happy. And my dog is sick. My big dog Lucy. We're having to go outside a lot during the night. I'm just teasing that it feels like, you know, when you have a newborn and you're up every few hours feeding and changing diapers. Need the blingy thin ribbon I seen running the edge of box. You can't find it. Well, I'm loving this one, but it is heavy. And you do need to get an extra charger. But I do have all different sizes of ones. Okay, so the blingy ribbon, are you talking about... Hold on. Are you talking about this? Because you can get this at Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree has it a lot, but ours hasn't had it in a while. But in Michael's and all kinds of places, Amazon, and the flower shape one, you can get that on Amazon. Oh, we've all done stuff like that though, and just find something to cover it up with. You could, so is it at the end of a braid or on the edge, or where is it at on your braid? Yeah, Rachel, you should see my original mini glue gun. It's a hot mess. I don't hardly ever use it anymore, but I think it's over 20 years old. Oh, I bet, Brandy. You know, they make those little stands for them, and I just never have bought one. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, I'm liking it. See, sometimes these mistakes end up being a good thing. But I was going to say, Amanda, if it's like on the end of your braid, you could make like a tinsel puff and staple it to the tinsel puff at the end, or a feather puff. If you're wanting, if it's like the edge, then yeah, that diamond mesh, you could glue it along the edge and it would completely cover that up. I mean, we've all had mishaps like that and things that we need to cover up on our moms. Everybody has. No, I don't know. I can't picture that. But yeah, that diamond mesh is really good on a box braid or a love chain. Very outer edge in the middle. Yeah, you can probably cover that up with that diamond mesh. Okay, so I'm going to cut the 1.3 inch in these colors now. And then I'll layer it with the 7/8 and then the 9/16. Can you all see that? So, but this time I'm going to cut it at 6 inches like I'm supposed to. $6. Yes, I did it right that time. There's those 3. I'm gonna turn, I've got a little lamp, I'm gonna turn that on. I feel like it's really dark in here. Did that help at all? I hate when the video is really dark. Okay, let's see, where am I at? Oh, I have that. No, okay, yeah, I read that. I vote Tinsel Puff easy and looks pretty. Yeah, that does on the end. So if it's in the middle of your braid, you can make a big bow and attach the bow right there in the middle of your braid. That looks pretty anyway. Or something else. I mean, sometimes people just glue a trinket in that spot and you never know. Oh no, your phone died. My phone dies so easily. Okay, now I need the orange 7/8, and I'm going to double that up since it's going on top of the navy. Now for the really thin. I'm sorry, I keep bumping the computer. The ribbons got all tangled over here though, that's the only thing about putting them on here. Where's the end of that? And I'm going to have to double these up too. Yes, try some makeup. Trinket is a simple, easy thing to do. I love to cover up stuff with bows. I mean, I love bows on Homecoming Mom, so if I need to cover something up, that's fine. Cover it up and they will never know it happened. Exactly, Rachel. We see stuff nobody else would ever see. Come on. And I can go over those with the really thin, and of course I put those ribbons up, but with the really thin glitter to keep with the pattern as well. Exactly, Brandy. Well, did I not cut enough? Or did it fly away? Sometimes I'll find ribbons on the back side of my table because the ceiling fan will blow it away. There you go, Jamie, see? Seriously, did I not cut enough of those or did they fly off? Apparently I didn't cut enough. Mum brain. I must have cut 3 even though I knew I needed to double. Okay, 3 of those. You know I'm hitting with that membrane like crazy. And I don't know why people don't understand to stop asking me questions during mum season. Because my brain cannot function beyond making a mum to answer whatever silly question it is. No, I don't know how to spell cat. I'm making a mum here. Don't make me add 2 plus 2. Oh, okay, K-A-T. Thank you. Now I'll know how to spell it. Oh my gosh, where? I am not cutting enough ribbons or I'm doing something. Did I double them on there? Okay, and it's 8 o'clock at night, so maybe that's why. Maybe it's past a certain time and I can't think straight. This is how I thought I was going to be last night. I thought I was going to be goofy like this. Yeah, exactly. 2 plus 2 is 7. Seriously, you guys, I think it was 2 years ago. You know, it was during our homecoming, and, you know, people are picking up left and right, and I'm making, you know, just nonstop making mums, and people are coming by. It's a madhouse, you know, this place is a mess. I'm not thinking about anything else. This girl comes to pick up her mum, and I tell her how much, and she hands me cash, like too much cash, and I just stared at her because I was like my brain just went on meltdown. I was like, what? What am I supposed to do with that? Let's see, I started with the orange before. Let's stay with that. Yeah, that's it. Y'all are distracting me. It's y'all's fault. Yeah. It's not my brain. This time I'm going to glue the glitter ribbons on before I attach them. But you kind of get an idea. I think it's going to be cute. That's good to know, Brandy. I don't like the blinds open when it's dark, especially since that faces the road and we get a lot of traffic. Okay, so we're going to go with silver glitter. I think I have some orange thin glitter. I'll have to look. I hope I do. I want to stay with that same pattern. Yeah, there you go. Well, you know what? Now, if they hand me cash, I don't even look. Like, I'll kind of glance at it, but I'm like, unless they say, do you have change? I'm like, thanks. Oh, you want me to think too? Hey, we take tips too. I can't get people to understand that. And I'll get like 1 or 2 local people that'll give me like a $5 or $10 tip. And I'm always like, woohoo! But then I get a lot of those. They're like, do you have change? And they need like $5 back. And I'm like, really? I just gave you a good deal on that. Because I you know, give my local people a much better deal, but yes, I have some orange glitter. I have enough too. Yay, yay, yay. It's a little bit darker than that one, but that's okay. It looked like this one came from Michael's, probably from the Halloween stuff. Oh yeah, I don't want people to be able to see in. That drives me crazy. Oh no. We'll take a break here, Eli. We're here for you. I know, Brandy. It's like, really? But I'm not going to say, hey, I take tips too. I'm just not like that. But since I started doing PayPal, though, a lot of them will pay me PayPal now. So I don't have to worry about that. I got really put out with someone last year. Be careful about what I say, because local people, and some of them watch these videos, but she had ordered one other time, and she was supposed to pick up, and it was like, you know, she was one of those I squeezed in, and she was supposed to pick it up like the night before homecoming, but they were going out to eat for her birthday or something. Like, I squeezed her in, and I was trying to get it done like the night before, and she couldn't pick it up when it was done. And you know, so a friend of hers lives in the neighborhood, and they decided that she would send her husband down to come pick this mom up. And apparently they had texted me, but my phone was on the charger, so I never got it. He shows up, rings my doorbell, and I'm like, hey, you know, like, I have no idea why he's here, because they didn't order a mom. And he's like, I'm here to get so-and-so's mom. And I was like, what? And he goes, they didn't tell you? And I said, I haven't heard anything. I said, and she hasn't paid for it either. And he goes, oh, well, he said his wife's name, told me to come down and get it, that you worked it out with her or something like that. I can't remember the exact words. And I was like, no, she hadn't even paid me for it. And he's like, I can go get some money or something. And I was like, whatever. You know, I was mad. I was mad that they decided that this was how they were going to do it and not even consult with me. Like, they just sent me a text and said, I'm sending my husband down. And I was like, that's, no. But, and I was mad, but she ended up PayPaling me the money. I was like, I'm glad it's your birthday and all, but I'm working my butt off to squeeze you in and get this mum made for you. And I was put out. Plus I was stressed. You know, that's a stressful time. And when someone treats you like that, ugh, so aggravating. Exactly, Rachel. Yeah, I make them for smiles. I don't have Venmo yet, but I've been thinking about doing that too, because some people don't do Venmo. I mean, don't do PayPal. But that has helped a lot. I mean, I don't mind cash, but bring it with you and bring the right amount unless you want to pay me more. Yeah, me too, Amanda. And I had another customer rip me off last year. She was a long-time customer too. Ended up not getting paid for her mums because she always paid with check, and she got a divorce right after homecoming. Like, before I could get it deposited, she split with her husband and closed that bank account, and then kept saying she was going to PayPal it to me, and I never got it. I finally stopped reaching out because I'm not the kind of person that's going to keep on asking you to pay. But I'm just curious if she's going to contact me this year. She doesn't get one every year, but she's gotten several of them from me. And now I don't want to take checks because of that. And I probably will tell people no checks because of that. Because I always said I'll take checks until somebody bounces a check, and then I'm not going to do it anymore. And I made her 2 mums. So it was over $100 that I got ripped off last year. Yeah, I love PayPal. Are they? No, PayPal's not bad. Oh yeah, Square, I bet that's higher. Cute, cute, cute. These may get glued on. And maybe easier. Let me see where I want these. Yeah, if I can glue them like that, that will be perfect. When it gets too hard to get in there, I just start gluing them. I don't like them as well glued, but it's not worth destroying the other loops to try and get to it either. Okay, that's perfect. See how that, I don't know, it's just like the loops look different when they're glued on than when they're stapled on. Trying to show that. So when you staple it, it kind of does a swoop and then loops. And then when you glue them on, it's just like a bubble. I don't know if anybody has ever noticed that, but I have. Yeah, I've had a few ask about Venmo, so I've thought about it. I haven't done Zelle. Yeah, I think PayPal is easier for me. Plus, you know, I use PayPal a lot to pay for things that I buy online, so if I've got that money in there, that just works even better. Yes. Do you have any microfiber cloths? So especially if they're on like your streamers, you can just kind of wipe and it will catch those hot glue strings. And then like if I make a bow or something and it's got glue, I'll take my lighter like close to it. Just be careful. Like I don't do that with this type of ribbon because it would melt it. But like grosgrain ribbons and stuff like that, I'll get it close with that. Yep, me and TJ. Oh yeah, TJ, yeah. Microfiber. If you're like me, you've got tons of them everywhere in your house. Oops, that's not even. Before you set, let's move you. I didn't even get it evenly between the two loops. I just slapped it on there. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Brandy. Oh, really? I'll have to remember that. I think that turned out so pretty. I love it. I am happy, happy, happy. Nice and sparkly too. I think it's different. Thank you, TJ. I know, like a stapler that will, like, let's go over the loop instead of like this maybe. I don't know. Somebody invent that, please. Alright, let me secure my flower. I'm just super happy with this. See, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when you make mistakes, and how many did I make? And I'm really happy with it. Like, I think it's one of my best backers. I think it's gorgeous. I know, the sparkle. So glad I did that silver in there. It's not very close, but that's gonna be pretty. Oh yeah, Nancy. That would work too. Super skinny. Oh, the staples are turning. Alright, I know most of you, all of y'all that are chatting know how to do this, but there are some of you that might watch later that don't know how to do this. Everybody does it a little differently. This is the way I do it. I go from the bottom. To me, it's easier to go through the bottom for me, but a lot of people go through the top because it's easier for them. So just find your way, whichever way works best. Tie on 2 knots. Pull that tight. Shake it out. Then give it some squeezes. And honestly, I don't know why I do this part when I'm going to do a custom cutout, because, oh my goodness, there is a big old staple in the flower. When they stapled the package, they stapled the flower on accident. Let's see if I can get it undone without tearing it all up. Okay. Oh, thanks, Brandy. Yeah, I love it. I think it works best. I can't remember where I got it from. I don't remember if I just tried it on those very first mums. I think I did some version of it, and then Miss Wendy that I got the pleasure of working with for a couple of seasons at Ellis Home and Garden. She had 30 years experience, and she gave me some tips and stuff on mum making. And I remember telling her I use a Chanel stem. She was like, oh yeah, that's the way to go. But I think she may have told me to do a knot or something. I can't remember. That was like over 5 years ago at least. 6, 7 years ago, I don't even know. Super happy with that. I'm not pulling hard, because if you pull hard before that glue dries, you can yank it out. You can undo those knots. So all I have to do is attach the backer, attach the flower, attach the custom cutout, the back backer. Sometimes I forget to do the very back backer until I'm completely done, and that drives me nuts. Because I don't like flipping it upside down, especially if I've already decorated the flower. Go ahead and get that out. Alright, I'm going to have to move some stuff around. I I still don't have enough room. Yep, I need that. Okay, I'm gonna back y'all up. Much better, yeah. So easy too. I can't tell you how many times I do this part and then when I pick it up, some of the ribbons in the back got creased. It drives me nuts. Hey Kay, how are you? Okay. Take that flower out. Yep, I think I like that. I can just hold it right where I want it. Okay. Now it's not going to come off. Thank you, Randy. That's sweet. Ah, TJ. She's a senior too, so I hope she likes it. You want their last one to be special. I am loving that backer, you guys. Y'all need like a really close up again? I think y'all need another close up. So I talked about doing another custom cutout and I still haven't decided. Because it does have the acrylic keychain on it with senior. It does have a dog tag with grad. But I was thinking about, I could do like a couple of small just graduation caps, or I designed one that is TJ, you inspired it. Well, I copycatted off of you. You didn't inspire it, I copied off you. You know the one you did with Hoko and then the date under it, which I loved. Love that one. I did grad 2023 just like that. So I could do, like a small one somewhere down here, over here, over here. So I thought about that, or just like I was gonna say a megaphone, but she's got the big megaphone, so I don't want to do that. I've got lots of graduation stuff, but I don't know. What do y'all think? I know TJ likes the custom cutouts. I know, I love that big bell, and it's got stickers on it too. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Miss Kay. Grab a bigger bell. And then I still have a little cowbell on it too, like the 1-inch cowbell. I just love these bells from Hobby Lobby. They're so cute. Yes, you need some of these. They were in like the center aisle where like the crafting and stuff is. You are inspiring. Oh, it was total copycat. It's not like I used the same font or anything, but still the design, I was like, ooh, I like that. I know you love those custom cutouts. And why not? They're awesome. You're much more giving with the custom cutouts than I am. I'm much more stingy with them. Yes, they are. You know, and I see some, I look at Pinterest just like everybody else. I'm all over Pinterest, especially when you need inspiration. But I've seen some, like even small ones or big ones that have a ton of custom cutouts in it, and they look really good. And then if you look closely, they don't have much of anything else. It's like all custom cutouts, and I don't know if it's they don't know how to make stuff for it and they just doing custom cutouts. But I mean, it's still, it just takes it from being plain and boring to really upping it. I know, and I had one today. I think I will give her one more. Because, like, it's, you know, that megaphone I did, which I need to go get it. It's still sitting on my dresser, being pressed. But, yeah, I should be gluing this. It wasn't as complex as I thought. I thought it was going to be really complex, if it wasn't. Oh, this thing is smoking. It is so hot. I need to shut it off. It does sometimes shut off on its own. I don't know if it just gets a certain temperature and it'll shut off, or if it's because the battery's getting low. I'm not sure. I know, yeah. It is flattering. It's flattering when somebody tells me that they, you know, got inspiration, or they, you know, or if I see like a mom with, you know, like those deco mesh tubing chains. When I see a mom with that on there, I get so excited. That makes me so happy. Yeah, there is more control with the design. Oh, that's good. You got her making them for you. Yeah, I've never been big on trinkets. Now this one, I put quite a few on there, I think. I feel like I did. Quite a few big ones, too. But it can handle them. Maybe I just feel like it is. There's 1, 2, 3. I kind of I consider these trinkets just like specialized trinkets. There's one. There's a bell. There's one. There's one. I guess that's it. Yes, I love that custom cut. Well, I love all your custom cutouts. You could just start designing them for me, and I'd be happy. Sometimes though, I like to, be late at night and I have the TV on, but I'm not really watching it. But I'll be on the computer and I'll just be like designing custom cutouts or editing videos. Can't get much further. Sometimes I can like pick up some of these and get in there a little further. Smash those though. I used to make my mum so wide, and then I would have so much trouble getting them connected, and it was my own fault. So I don't make them quite as wide. You know what I used to do? And what I'm talking about, I used to do taper them really far up, and I'd have all those little ribbons, and then I'd have to try and get around those ribbons. That was not fun at all. That's one of the reasons why I don't do that anymore. I don't think I can get in here this way either. No. Okay, I need to just leave that alone with the stapler. I forgot about that. I tied that bow on. I managed to go through the love braid and twist it and kind of pushed them up in there, but I needed to add a little bit of hot glue so it doesn't come out. Oh, it's good. I'm not gonna force anything up in there. It's good. Alright, where am I at? I'm way behind. I'm sorry, you guys. Oh, TJ, yeah. Wait, let me get back. Okay. Yes, I like a lot of stuff that TJ does. Oh, Brady, thank you. Yes, and they're fun, you know, and I really like doing them on, you know, like the elementary school girls. But I mean, I've had high school girls want them too. Yeah, Nancy, that's true. Yes, trinkets will cover up all those many mistakes. Trinkets, tinsel, feathers, and, well, I know you don't like feathers, and bows. Oh my. Oh, you did? Good, Amanda. Yay. Yeah, me too. I enjoy watching other people make mums too. Like, you know, I'm sitting there going, why didn't I think of doing it like that? That's so much easier. Or, you know, there's a good idea, and then I want to go craft, like when I'm watching somebody. Yes, TJ has a channel too. TJ's Magic Touch. Oh, I like to call this, I usually refer to just like ribbon streamers and braids and chains. That's usually what I say. So all these ribbons that are just hanging, I call those ribbon streamers. But yeah, you could just say the bottom of the mum. And I do say mum head a lot. You have a bunch waiting for a home? That's funny. She did a live late one night making a mum. You gotta go see that. We're trying to talk her into doing more lives. And she did this braid. She did a video for this braid, which is awesome. I've already done it on 2 of my mums that just went, one that went out this week, and this one will go out next week. TJ, I don't know how many times, like, I should be recording this, but I just don't feel like it. It takes too much. The crown and the bottom I call the skirt. That's a good idea, Nancy. Aw, thanks, Brandy. And Connie at the Southern Cottage has some videos too. She's been doing some lives, and she's got mom making videos too. Oh, really, TJ? No feathers. I know you hate those feathers. I don't blame you. Yes, because sometimes you just don't. You just don't see something that would be so much simpler. You've been doing it your way, and then you see them do it a different way, and you're like, what? Thank you, Nancy. That's really sweet. I'm glad we can help you. Exactly, Brandy. Alright, my backer is on, nice and secure. Oh. You know, I already attached the pins, so I just want to make sure that they don't get in the way. Look at all those staples. I don't know if you guys can see all those. So let me attach the flower. And I have to do an extra step when I use these ribbon spool ends. Don't mess anything up. Okay. Because see, it can move all around, and I should have showed this. If it does get attached like way up on one side, you can tell it's off center. I know you probably can't see it from there, but so what I have to do, so if you're using regular backers, you do not have to go through this step with me. And I need my hot glue gun. So what I have to do is I have to sit it right in the center, and then I have to glue in this hole and then let that glue set, and then I can continue on. That way I know the mum flower is centered and it's going to stay that way. I know. Yeah, no, we never would. As you see, I keep stopping and going. Yeah, we'd never get anything done. But it would be fun. I like to offer them 2 different pins. I think I said that the other night. A straight pin and then a safety pin. Whichever one they prefer, or if they want to do both. I mean, I know a straight pin is prettier with a little pretty end, but to me, I'm just afraid it won't stay. Oh, thank you, Nancy. Sometimes you just need other eyes or something, you know what I mean? Like, just to watch other people, and it just helps. I don't know. Like, I get in a funk and stuff like that, and it helps to watch other people and to learn new things. I'm constantly learning new things. But that's not enough. I just filled that hole with glue, and then I kind of smash it down just to make sure it sets good. So I get me a couple of staplers or scissors, whatever holds it down best, until that glue sets. So you see why I don't want the custom cutout on it first before I do this step, or before I finish the back. It's such a mess. No, they just wanted pin on this one. Oh, thank you, Brandy. Yeah, they just wanted a pin on, so if they specify pin on, then I don't do a necklace. But if they don't, I go ahead and attach both. Well, I'm glad to be inspiring, Nancy. I appreciate that. All of us appreciate that. I'm gonna go grab that custom cutout. I know. I'm like, ooh, I wouldn't want that like pulling on my shirt all day. here is the end result of that. I love it. I think it turned out really, really well. And I love that the graduation cap like pops on there. You can see she's not just a cheerleader, she's a senior. And I hate these stickers. You'd think I would peel them off before I made the custom cutout, but I don't. That's all I need for someone to see this and go, oh, it's $1.99. Yes, TJ, it does. Yeah, maybe she will. Who knows? Oh, okay. That's so sweet. I also add the little loose leaf binder thingy. Oh. Yeah, I can't remember what those are called. That's a good idea. Thank you, thank you. Okay, it's dry. This is for all my little fuzzy Chanel stem pieces. And I actually use them. Okay. My flower is not going anywhere. Now I just need to glue this, but yeah, I want to cover that up. So I always cover that with something. Scissors. Sometimes I cut another little piece of chipboard if I have a little scrap piece of white chipboard, or just some white ribbon. There's some good white ribbon. Here we go. I hear a little chunk of grosgrain ribbon, because I definitely don't want that seen. You could also do, if you're using something like this, instead of a pin-on up here, I showed this on the Watamum, you can do the, push the ribbon through whichever side and attach it down here, and then have your big loop back here and use that as the pin-on. It'd be kind of hidden. There, see, now that's going to be nice and covered up. Binder rings. Really, Amanda? That's weird. That's a good idea, Brandy. And that helps them hang it up. They don't have to like twist the ribbon or anything. Never thought of that. That's a good idea too. See, y'all are just full of ideas. That's, I mean, it helps me. You're always sharing your ideas, so you give me new ideas too. Really? I have to look for those. smashed my loops. Made all these pretty loops and now I'm trying to ruin them. I don't know if I'm actually getting glue in there. No, I was not getting glue in some of that. This is one of my pet peeves about having these backers all like really sealed tight. As tight as you can get them. Ow. Hot glue, hot glue. That's a good idea too. I hang them up. I used to use a portable clothes rack, and then we had all those dry cleaner hangers that you can take apart. I think Connie was talking about those the other day too. For the pants, you know, the dry cleaner hangers for the pants, you can take them apart and then run it through the loop, and that's how I used to hang them. But then I ran out of hangers. Okay, that looks nice and clean and finished. Hopefully I didn't ruin anything on the front. Okay, if anybody is wondering, if anybody's new to this and wondering what I'm doing now, I'm gluing that down up to where the loops are stapled, have staples on them. I'm gluing this to the backer and to the ribbons. Not only is it a little extra security for the flower, but more so that it's just covering up the ends of those loops and those staples and everything, because I mean, it could catch on something, stuff could get moved over, and then people will see all that, and you don't want them to see all that. So just cover it up. See, this catches some that you can't even see. Oh, a facial roller for stickers. Oh, good idea. Yes, I've seen those, but I didn't even think about it like that. Yes, that's exactly how big I want it. I wanted it to be big, but not like overpowering on there, but to really stand out. Still be able to see some of the flower. That makes me happy. My battery's going dead. I'm going to attach it so her name is straight. So the megaphone is tilted, but her name is straight across. And Where are my big scissors? Here they are. Just let it set for a minute. Now, a lot of times I do like a bow somewhere, like up here, down here, or even a bow, you know, maybe right here. But I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna do a bow. Thank you, Brandy. Let that glue cool down before you start sticking your fingers under there. That's a real good way to burn yourself. Oh my goodness, y'all, look at that. That makes me so happy. There's a glue string on it. Oh my gosh, Brady, no. Oh, that triple. I'm doing a teddy bear on it too. I have some 8-inch bears, so I'm going to decorate the bear and put on there. So, all out. Oh my gosh, Brandy. That had to have hurt. Yes, I've done that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I've put glue on something before and then dropped it like right on the mum, like where it's not supposed to go, and that is just like, oh, that makes me sick. Okay, let me hang this sucker up. I'm laughing because it didn't want to pin onto that shirt. Oh gosh, I'd been cursing up a storm. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Let me bring it closer. Yeah, right, Ms. Kay? Oh, thank you. There, now you can get a good look at it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, sounds like my husband's home. Just in time, huh, y'all? Thank you, TJ. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Rachel.
I went down, get a little fast. Hey, everybody.
He's a big loser, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Alright, guys. Thanks for helping me put it together. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Who's been chewing on Kleenex paper towels? Really?
Oh, thank you, Brandy. I appreciate that.
Did you do that?
Oh, see, that's what it was doing. It kept flipping over because I got it just like this on there. So I'll just move it like that. Now tomorrow I am going to get some pictures of it and not going to forget like I did the other one. I've got to get pictures of that one. Yes, good night. Good night, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining in. I'll see y'all next week sometime. I'm sure Friday, maybe another one. We'll see what I have time for. But thanks for helping me put it together. I appreciate y'all so much. Hope y'all have a wonderful evening. Happy mum making, happy crafting. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. For those of you that watch this, I'm trying to get in the middle. Watch this after it has processed. I'll put some links up and you can, oh, it's backwards on here. So you can subscribe to my channel right there. There's my most recent upload. Here is a playlist and here is one more video. I hope you will enjoy. Good night, TJ. Good night, everybody.